Kickin' It Live.
Today we'll take a look at Crew, 13 Reasons Why, and the Film Festival.
Seniors, the College Center must have your exit surveys so they know where to send your final transcript.
This information was mailed home, but the College Center has extra copies if you need one.
Teens have been binge-watching the new Netflix phenomenon 13 Reasons Why since it came out on March 31st.
But there have been some concerns about its effects on young minds. Our team investigated this week.
Based on the novel by Jay Asher, the new Netflix series 13 Reasons Why has been causing a lot of recent controversy. The series follows the events resulting from Hannah Baker's suicide, who leaves 13 tapes behind addressed to individuals who she claims played a role in her death. A letter was sent home to Upper Arlington parents last week to warn families of the graphic material and sensitive content of this show. We talked to Mr. Campbell, who has previously taught the book to his sophomore classes.
It just seemed like something that if kids are already thinking about these things, and it's something that in some cases kids had already been reading about, that maybe it was a topic that we should try to address in the classroom in a setting where we could have some real discussions and try to get to the bottom of kind of why kids were so interested in this topic. I can't speak to the series because I haven't seen it. I can see how you could perceive the idea of suicide being glorified throughout probably the first half of the novel, in respect to the idea that this girl, Hannah Baker, is kind of getting revenge on these people. And she kind of seems like that at the beginning of the story, that she's trying to just get back at these people for the mean things they did to her. And I think that's kind of where the glorifying aspect comes from. But as the story progresses, she changes quite a bit. And you start to realize that that's not really the purpose of what she's doing. It's not about just getting back at people or getting the last word or having revenge. That really she's a character who is just desperate. And so I think that, toward the end, that idea of it being glorified and that she was somehow doing something that was allowing her to win or whatever, I think that really fades away.
If you're experiencing depression or thoughts of suicide, please talk to a guidance counselor or trusted adult.
11 of our computer science students formed 3 teams to develop an app to raise awareness about the Discovery District downtown.
They competed at the 2nd annual CBUS Student Hackathon. Rachel Johnson, Ben Hobson, Leon Durenberger, and Kush Hari won $1,000 for 3rd place.
Jack McHugh, Robert Guile, and Alan Hugh won Best Presentation and Hacker's Choice Award.
Nathan Helstedt, Ian Quinn, Charlie Little, and Mark Malkin also competed in the hackathon.
Each of these students were also awarded a $30,000 scholarship to Franklin University.
Translation: these 11 students amassed more than $300,000 in scholarships.
Wow. Now to Spencer and Lexi with sports.
Welcome to sports.
7 OSU football players were drafted into the NFL last week.
Plus, wide receiver Dontre Wilson signed with the Los Angeles Chargers, punter Cameron Johnston signed with the Philadelphia Eagles, and former walk-on linebacker Craig Fada has an interview with the Houston Texans.
The official season opener for the NFL kicks off September 7th with the Chiefs taking on the Patriots. In UA sports news, the men's volleyball team celebrated their senior night on Wednesday.
The baseball team crushed Westland 14-1 for their senior night thanks to Vince Panzera's near-perfect game.
As for the softball Bears, you can catch them at their senior night this evening at 5:15 to watch them take down Thomas Worthington. They have their first tournament game on Monday.
The track and field team will participate in the Larkin Invitational tonight. They are one of 12 teams.
Let's see if Mike Pomerantz can bring home the gold tonight.
Tonight, our boys lacrosse Bears are playing at Olentangy at 7, and tomorrow at Moeller, also at 7.
The girls' Lax Bears will also be traveling tonight. They are playing at Sycamore at 7 for their last game of the regular season. Their tournament bracket will be determined Sunday night.
The crew team will participate in Midwest Scholastics May 13th and 14th at Dillon Lake.
Let's take a deeper dive into their season and upcoming events.
The UAHS crew team has been hard at work this season with many regattas. They practice Monday through Friday from 4 to 6:30 and on Saturdays from 7:30 to 10 a.m. when they aren't at regattas. I spoke with captains Miles Withers and Ben Salmon about their season and upcoming events.
We've been doing really well. We've been getting a lot of gold medals and everything. 2 weeks we have Midwest Scholastics, and that qualifies us for nationals. And actually this year I think we have a really good chance of getting our first 8 and our second 8 to nationals, which is in Camden, New Jersey. And that's like later on in the season. But we So far we have, 2 more regattas left and about 3 weeks of rowing left.
If the Rowing Bears make it to nationals, that would extend their season about a week. I spoke with Miles and Ben about what next year looks like for the crew team.
Next year I think we're going to do really well. We have a lot of strong juniors. Our senior class is pretty small, so they're not going to lose a whole lot.
Yeah, actually the V8 right now is made mostly of juniors. I think you and Griffin are the only ones in the V8 so far, so we're going to actually have a really good team next year, I hope.
This has been Lexi Murray for WARL.
As always, good luck to the crew team and all of our Golden Bear athletes.
Now let's kick it back to L&M with lifestyle news.
If you're looking for some weekend fun, the Little Theater and Auditorium have exceptional performances planned for tonight.
Every Brilliant Thing begins at 7:30 p.m. in the Little Theater. You can get tickets to this brilliant student production for $10 during lunch or at the door.
Immediately after the play, drop into the auditorium for the annual Upper Arlington Film Festival. Ben Clark produced a teaser highlighting some of the student films being showcased.
Admission to the film festival is free and the start time is set for 8:30 p.m.
Auditions for next year's vocal ensemble start on Monday. The audition consists of one private audition, one group dance audition, and one group callback where students will be asked to prepare a college-level choral piece.
Sign-ups are posted in the music hallway along with information about the audition.
We are raffling off 2 tickets to Forecastle Music Festival in Louisville, Kentucky.
Headliners this year include Odessa, LCD Sound System, and Weezer.
Stay tuned to our Twitter at live_UA for details on how to enter.
And now to a public service announcement about distracted driving produced by Vaughn, Crutilla, Brian Colgan, and Tyler Imhoff for Mrs. Fountain's mass media class.
Vaughn, stop texting.
No, one sec.
Seriously, stop texting.
I'm really good at this, don't worry.
Look out!
Thanks to mass media for that great public service announcement.
Wednesday through Friday next week, 21 teachers will be collecting donations for Conservation International.
Less than $1 from each student can save 100 acres of rainforest.
Band is hosting a dinner fundraiser at Palais on 5th Avenue on Sunday to raise money for their December trip to the Fiesta Bowl.
Tickets are $26 and all proceeds go to the trip. Seats are available for 5, 6:30, or 8 p.m. and tickets can be purchased on uaband.org.
Next week for our final show, we'll be taking a look back at our favorite segments, One Last Carpool Karaoke, and Signing the Wall.
But until then, stay studious, UA!